All right, hello everyone. This is a special Spectator podcast featuring myself, Getselious, and my co-host Kevin.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yep, Kevin. His full name, Kevin Kelly. No relation to the wrestling announcer who used to work for New Japan Pro Wrestling. As you can see, he's not him. So, you guys don't have to get confused on that one. So, why we're having this particular episode is because last weekend, City of Wolves, the 10th Fatal Fury game, very precise, the 10th or the 9th?
I feel like
We
it's
got-
the 9th, but I can double check. Like, I know, like, are you counting, like, are you kind of like, what's called
Real
First
Bouts,
Contact, or-
yeah, Real Bouts 3, 1, 2, special, let's see, Real Bouts 3, 1, 2, special 3, that's
Yep.
4, that's 7.
Mhm.
Market of Wolves is 8. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's technically 9th, I guess.
Actually, Dominated
8.
Mine, actually, if you count that one.
Oh, yeah, okay, Dominated Mind, you know what, 10th. Let's go with that. All right, we're 10th.
But-
If you want to correct us, leave it in the comments below. You can correct us which game it is. But we're
Well,
really
what about-
excited to talk.
What about First Contact?
I mean, you want at that point, Wild Ambition, make it 12th, you know? You want to go that far? Wild Ambition, which, please remaster Wild Ambition at OSC slaps, please. Anyway,
please.
please.
So good.
But as you can tell, we're huge SNK fans, and we're excited that we had a chance to play the open beta for City of Wolves, of Walker the Wolf, like Garu City of Wolves. We can't call it Fatal Fury City of Wolves because that'll make us weebs. It's called Garu now.
I mean, I would. I mean, I'd still call it Fatal Fury. I mean,
You can't anymore. It's branded. It's branded now.
Garu, City of the Wolves.
It's Garu now. We have to say it.
We
don't-
City of the Wolves. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, it's essentially Hungry Wolf, City of Wolves. I'm like, why not? Sure. Hungry Wolves, Mark of the Wolves, Garo Detsu. Which, that's the Fatal Fury thing. I'm not going to lie. Before we get to the as you can clearly see with SNK fans, I really miss the announcer of the Fatal Fury games, and I have no idea why he's not in Mark of the Wolves. The guy who did
Which
Fatal
one?
Fury 2,
Yeah.
the guy who did Fatal Fury 2, and the
Okay.
guy who did the original Garo Mark of the Wolves. Like, again, legendary men return. Or he said, there's only winners and losers in this world. Fatal Fury. Like, where is that guy? We got some. It's been 20 plus years, so I guess that guy's like, whatever. But
Yeah, exactly. I
where's
mean,
the homie?
totally, man. I mean, I really like the real bout guy was kind of weird though.
Oh yeah, it's like, so,
What's going on,
round,
man?
what's going on, man? I like he would yell out of the round. He like round one fight. Like oh snap. Like he would just yell it at the top of his lungs. Like yo, what the hell, man? Chill.
Yeah. SNK has
But-
always had some of the most interesting announcers.
Yeah, they got.
games.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk a lot about City of Wolves, and as you guys know, we're SNK fans, and how to explain this game. It's a sequel to Mark of the Wolves. All right, podcast is over. Let's get out of here. All right, is that it? Or we have to go more?
We can go home now.
We go home now. Is there anything more to say about that, or we just leave it as that? Like it's just Mark. Yeah.
we can keep going, but I don't know, man. I mean, it feels like it explains a lot. Like, definitely, it is a sequel. I mean, it's a long overdue sequel. Holy shit! Like,
Yeah, 99 till now. Leave it as that, okay?
yeah, like wow, holy crap! Like I couldn't even believe it. Too. Like I'm sitting there, like, yeah. I mean, I remember back in the day when SNK would release a sequel a year after the next sequel, and then after the other sequel.
They stopped doing that. Like, yeah, they stopped doing that like sequels, like yearly sequels after like 03 because it's like they have to like actually make an engine upon an engine. But to be fair, Mark of the Wolves, this game is comes before the predecessor of this was the Fatal Fury game similar to Third Strike where it shifts the entire let's be honest.
Mhm.
We can call that era the dark ages of fighting games, but it's not really. If you believe that, that just tells me you don't play fighting games. But like 99, particularly like Third Strike was out. We had Mark of the Wolves. These were radically different fighting games from the predecessors. Both of them were.
Exactly.
Both in style and story. Street Fighter 3 with its elements of using jazz and its parry system. Mark of the Wolves with I hate to say it, the entire art direction change from the classic Fatal Fury games. I mean, Terry's got a short hair. We got jazz. Apparently Kim had kids.
Yeah.
Well, he always had kids, but they grew up apparently.
Oh yeah, I mean they were in the Fatal Fury 2 background, right? So they knew for a fact that SNK would do that. They did the same thing with Marco Rodriguez, where he's in the Art of Fighting 2. He's in one of the stages in the Art of Fighting 2, and people
Yeah,
keep
he's like a
pointing
little
at him,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
guy. That's the guy. That's like
he's like the little brown guy, like the mid like working the gym. Like that was
exactly
him, I think. Yeah. But yeah,
totally.
so outside of it being a time skip, much like Third Strike, it
Hmm.
like characters got older, some of
Yeah.
their moves and style has changed,
Mhm.
where it's like pretty crazy. And then you had like we only had, I think, Marco Wolves only had one traditional Fatal Fury character, and everyone was just brand new.
Exactly.
While Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which it's a great game, it had 4 characters from the old days: Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li, Akuma, and then
Yep.
everyone else is new.
Oh yeah,
Which I'm
except I mean, technicality wise, you could say Hugo was an old character, but at the same time, you can't because he's never really been
well,
a Street Fighter. He's been a
no,
Fatal
no,
Fury.
he
I
was
mean,
he
not
was mad. Look,
for Final
every
Fight.
Mad Gear character, yeah, every Mad Gear character doesn't count. Okay, they
No,
had to beat them
they
up. You
don't.
were not, yeah, and they weren't playable. So come on, like that doesn't
No, they
no.
weren't.
So in my opinion, that was very radical at the time because
Oh yeah.
fighting games up to that point, maybe do like maybe 1 or 2 new characters, or like you just do renditions of same characters. Like there are people who grown up where Chun-Li isn't a charge character and Chun-Li's a charge character. Same
Yep.
thing with elements of Terry. So this was such a big deal in '99.
Yep.
And if I implore you, you can play Mark of the Wolves now on consoles, have rollback netcode and play it. And it's a very unique game with its mechanics of like just defend and guard cancel and TOP, which they changed over here. So Mark of the Wolves, one of the peak fighting games of the '90s. Like it's up there. It's like if I had to say like best fighting games of the '90s, it's like Mark of the Wolves, King of Fighters '98,
Yep.
Third Strike,
Ooh.
Alpha 2, and like, I'm putting late '90s.
90s.
I think late '90s. Tekken 3 is like '94 or something.
I thought that was 96. No, 95.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry. I can double check.
Yeah, we could check that as I magically disappeared off the face of the earth, which was just a classic. Yeah, it's just very classic. But I'm back here.
Yeah,
so,
97 actually.
97. So that would be it. Yeah, so those are like the late '90s top 5 off the top of my head. There's a couple of others, but those are like the ones everyone should have played during that time. And I really played Mark of the Wolf seriously.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, I would.
So yeah,
a part of me would want to throw Dead or Alive 2 on there, but at the same time, because of what it did, like it was pretty revolutionary for Tecmo. They overhauled the engine. They made it good for 2D. I mean, sorry, for what's it called
3D.
For 3D, for 128-bit, and yeah, like they did a whole overhaul on that. Like it was insane. Like you even got like for some dudes.
Did Virtua 3 came out during that same time?
Yeah, Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, all right, then sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, Dead or Alive 2 bounce up. It's better. We got 3. We had full 3D Lion.
Yeah.
It's me. Yeah, like no. But no, like joking.
I'm serious fight.
I'm serious fight. Yeah, like oh god. But no, but in all seriousness, the I want to say, in my personal opinion, like peak fighting game era is my opinion from 95 to 99, which is like I would say golden. And then people can argue what's Dark Ages. Again, there are no Dark Ages because there was actually fighting games. Go look them up. You will find, like jokingly, Heritage Fight for the Future. Please play that game. Also top. Heritage Fight
for the Future.
For the future. It's
crazy.
crazy.
Heritage.
Yeah, it's a JoJo. It's a JoJo game.
Oh, the Capcom game.
Yeah, the Capcom game. Yeah.
CPS3.
Like,
that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. CVS3. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but
it was CPS3, right?
I mean, if you want to call it that, sure. If CVS3 was cracked, if that game was, if CVS was cracked, then yes.
Oh.
But all seriousness though.
Was that really on CPS3? I can't remember.
I think so. Honestly, I think so.
Yeah.
It was. I think so. Just based on the pixel art, I think it was. Honestly, in the backgrounds, I think so. Oh, but yeah, continue on. Is like you guys can tell we're clear SNK and fighting game fans, and we really want to talk about City of Wolves. Mark of the Wolves, please play it. I think City of Wolves did a really good job with a lot of their mechanics they have. They retained some mechanics from Mark of the Wolves, such as Just Defend, and they just renamed TOP into SPG. And TOP was essentially your overdrive attack that you can choose where you want it. You could have it in the middle of your health bar, the beginning of your health bar, the end of your health bar. That's pretty much what it's good at. It allows you to like armor through certain attacks. And in the original game, Market Wolves, TOP wasn't that great for half the cast. Someone just sucked. Like T-Zoc, aka Griffin, was just a dropkick that was unsafe. Like that was just booty. Rock had, well, in this game, it's armored a bit so you can use it, but in Rock and Mark of the Wolves, it was just an overhead that was negative. Like, I'm like, it's just negative. There was nothing. Like, I came in like, I love this move. Yo, watch you punish me. It's very obvious it's happening.
Oh, yeah. No, you gotta definitely. At the same time, though, there wasn't too many grapple characters in Mark of the Wolves. Like,
no. Well, technically, Kevin's a grapple character. Technically, you know. Yeah. But he's an SNK grappler, so you know, put that as you will. Like another, But another,
you don't need the full 360 to do half the stuff. It's like, oh, I'll just do this half, and then after this one thing, go here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also SNK grapplers are notorious for like not following traditional grappler rules. Obviously, like Street Fighter does, like with Zangief or Birdie. Those are like traditional. Even like Hugo, I consider a traditional grappler in a way. Yeah. But yeah, another mechanic from Mark of the Wolves that made a comeback was the fight system, allowing you to fake fireballs and fake things and breaking. Those are like key core, like I would say core mechanics from Mark of the Wolves that made the City of Wolves. But the City of Wolves added like a lot of new mechanics, such as like Rev Guard and Rev Excel and just Rev and Revy Revy. So I think the first mechanic we talk about is Rev Guard. Have you played a couple of matches to try out the Rev Guard system?
I did. Like, there were times where I didn't find myself relying too much on it. Like when I was getting pressured, like it was at first it took me a while to really understand exactly where to throw it in or when to like really get it in. Like, for instance, instead of trying to get that corner pressure, it's like, all right, you know what? Let me see if I can try to do that. And then after try to get the advanced guard in there as well, which was definitely something hard to do. Like I wish because everybody's probably complained a lot about, oh, there should be a practice mode. There should be like a way to do that.
We'll get into that later, but my personal opinion about that is blah 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 later. Anyway,
later.
No, but that later. But yeah, later because it's like I have so many feelings about that kind of argument because it's like, are you talking about playing the game and experience, or you're trying to figure it out? And that's the first step. So from my experience using Rev Guard is like push block for babies who don't know how to use like just defense.
Sure.
It's not bad, it's good, but if you play games like Guilty Gear, you can actually put yourself in a bad position by trying to Rev Guard too much.
But
you can corner yourself. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right.
Good.
It's
good
to the burn as well, which really gets like I've noticed that as well too. Like like when you get to the whole burn gauge, like you start using Rev Guard, it's like, wait a second, that's harder. That's doing more stuff.
Right, exactly. And the Rev Guard being tied to the Rev meter, which the Rev meter allows you to, for all intents and purposes, like it allows you to just chain EX moves together. If you want to be like baby mode about it, it's similar to Street Fighter 6's OD mechanic, but better. Let's be honest, it's better because OD punishes you for being hyper aggressive. SNK games are known to be hyper aggressive. Play any King of Fighters game, watch any King of Fighters combo video, watch any King of Fighters game. The only defensive like SNK game they have is like Sam Show and maybe Last Blade 2. And if you still play Last Blade 2, you're a real champion.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, those games are a little
Sorry, after you my bad.
Yeah, you're a real champion because it's like you really love your neutral. I'll leave it as that. But the Rev system allows you to chain EX moves with some paration and does that. So if you're Rev guarding a lot, you will have less opportunities to connect your Rev moves together through the Rev Excel meter. And Rev Blow and like Rev just easy Rev Blow is just you can during guard cancel use your TOP or SPG attack to just blow through like a guard cancel, which is very well. There is guard cancel in the game, but think of it as a more offensive version of guard cancel, very similar to SNK X mechanics. So defensively, I think SNK done a good job I'm not offensive wise. We could talk about that for days, like how much pain you could be in from like one standing jab, and yeah. But I think one thing I like about the rev gauge is like if the rev gauge is full, to like get it down a bit, you could just do chain combos or just normal like play a normal fighting, like jokingly a normal fighting game, and you can just get it down a bit. It's really about managing how your burst window is activated. That's how I feel about like playing City of Wolves. Is that how you feel about like the meter?
Yeah, it feels like that. Like yeah, especially when you're really like when you try your best not to put it in the back of your mind. Like I found myself like in some of the fights that I was in where like I was trying to figure out what would be a really good method to get a nice like high resource combo. Like even when I was using my like I did find myself saying, okay, I'm at 50. Okay, I'm at 40. Okay, I gotta get this down. I gotta get this down. And you're busy trying your best not to like overly do things. It's not like say for instance Under Night 2 where you're actually being rewarded for being aggressive or for moving forward.
Well, in Under Night, the grid system does not allow you to like do anything. Even zoners in Under Night are like rushdown characters, jokingly.
True.
Yeah, but it's the grid system.
Yeah.
But I feel. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, my bad.
No, go ahead. Because I felt like if you're like 40% rev meter and you're like thinking, man, what's my best option to do something, and that's the way to put it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Especially when you have like the openings. Like I know it did feel like there was a little bit of turn-based stuff going on, like almost similar to Street Fighter, where like someone's got an opening, or for instance, the whole I don't want to call it. What was it? Part of me doesn't want to call it the drive impact light, kind of, but
you mean the SMG attack or the
overhead? The overhead slowdown.
Oh yeah, that when you do the hop attack, yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes, yeah. I think it was kind of a nice touch. Speaking of nice touches, it's like, have you ever hit anybody with a wild punish, or ever got hit by a wild, or you got wild punished? Do you know what that is, or if that happens? Yeah. So for those who don't know, wild punish is essentially this game's version of and I'll give credit to Blaze Blue and some anime fighters, the fatal counter or punish counter that Street Fighter 6 uses. Basically, if you punish a certain move with a normal or a very high end, the difference between a punish, a counter hit, and the wild punish. If you punish a certain move, like in certain parts of animation, someone can correct me on it. A wild punish is like a fatal counter, and once that hits, like combos that shouldn't be happening will happen to you. Like a wild punish that I was able to do is, and you guys can hate me for this. I played Kane. Kine. I'm sorry. Kine. Yeah, I got correct. Kine because Kevin wasn't in the game. Yeah. So a wild punish I got was like a standing light kick, which is like standing B. I would hit like, oh, you got wild punish. I did TOP drop kick, flash kick cancel, flash kick cancel, shoot, Teddy, and just whatever happened, you decide.
Jeez.
Normally that combo is not possible, but because it's a fatal counter or wild punish. Basically, the wild punish, fatal counter, or crush counter, or even punish counter. What do they call it in Street Fighter 6? Punish counter, what do they call it?
Yeah, I think it's punish counter.
Yeah, all of these are the same thing, but in Market of Wolves, wild punish allows you for combos that are not possible be possible. So you're actually like making it clear you can hurt them. So getting wild punished is bad. Just know your normal range are, you'll be okay. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Like I've got that a couple times. Like
I got hit by a couple of times as well, and but you hit someone that just feel good, so I'll let it slide. One of the things I like about the game from a personal standpoint is that when you a lot of the rev canceling or rev excel moves in the game, they have a nice like alpha 2 blue effect behind them.
Oh yeah.
The alpha 2 that's so slick. Like, oh my god. It's like you get to see after image of yourself doing custom combos. Like all I need is unironically if they add a character to the game or they add like Gato to have a gain agent and just yell that, it'd be all right, this game is mine. This game is cooked. Like, gain agent! Like what?
Gato on gain agent? Oh no, that'd be brutal, man.
Can you imagine stomp cancel, up kick, stomp cancel, stomp cancel? That's all you're gonna hear. It's like gain agent!
Oh man, and he's brutal too, right? Like a lot of his
Yeah,
music.
exactly. Yeah,
Sad.
he was. I don't think he was. I don't think he was top tier in the OG game. I think the top tiers in the OG game was like Kevin,
Yeah.
Terry, and Kine. So he was like bordering it. Oh no, Dong was up there too. So it was like
Oh,
Dong was up
yeah.
there. Yeah.
I feel like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but this is me being my old head show. Like, oh yeah, you played so much old fighting games. I played so much old fighting games.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's like an all world, bro. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. But
besides, we got remasters. It's okay.
We got remasters now. Yeah, we're in the golden age of fighting games. Everything's a remaster. But yeah, but that was the one thing I liked about the game. Like on a positive note, was that like it had a lot of the old school effects. The art design is top notch.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Music is good. Let's get it the way. Music slaps.
Yeah, definitely. Like especially who was it? Definitely Vox. Vox stood out for me in that. Definitely in that section of it. I know B Janet. She did feel like it was SNK just playing up on the jazz a lot. They're like, you know what? We like jazz. We'll show you jazz. This is jazz. And even though people kept on mocking that online, they're saying, "Oh, that's so similar to Donkey Kong." It's like, no, but have you actually played SNK games? Have you?
Yeah, like have you not heard of Zyko Iori?
Yeah, exactly. Or like, even like Terry's original theme, like back.
Oh God, was
they
like
actually did it?
Oh God, like from Fatal Fury 1 and 2, or no 2, it's like dun, 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 you hear the trumpet in the background. Dun, dun, yeah, like come on.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean every single 32-bit version of like SNK ports, like King of Fighters, like all of them, right? They just go super hard on at least getting that out there. Like especially like you were saying before, like Iori's saxophone thing, like that.
Oh, there's like 20 remixes of that song, and they all sound good. I don't care. Like it's Iori's theme is so good that I've actually convinced myself that they can remix it with only one drum and a saxophone and be all right. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't hire the guitarist. You'll be okay.
Exactly.
But God,
I agree. I guess for me though, like I did like seeing it in real time, like just watching fight videos on it, like even Rufelmonger or even like the Evo Awards. There was so many things that they could expose, but at the same time, like you don't really feel it until you actually get it in your hands.
Yeah,
it's like
it plays smooth. It plays good. Yeah,
exactly. And then the whole fake system as well, like 2 different paints this time, which was crazy. Like I'm sitting there like, no.
Believe it or not, that existed in Mark of the Wolves, so I knew that. Like you can, like you can fake, like for some, like a perfect example is Terry could fake Bar Knuckle in the original in Mark of the Wolves. This system existed. These are mechanics that came from the first game, so I was surprised it kept like most of those in there and just throw some juice on it. So that means like it's a good core. Another thing I liked about the game, the English voice actors did a good job. JP voice actors did a good job. So both ends did a good job.
I agree. Like especially with my, I love how she kept on like either changing up, like like Nipoichi, right? And all of a sudden later on, she'd probably say, "I'm the best in Japan." You're just busy thinking, "Okay, this."
Yeah.
See why they did that? Like sometimes it did sound a little corny, but at the same time, there was that balance right there.
And I agree it's really good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a lot better, like the whole Terry situation compared to what was going on in Street Fighter 6, where even the Japanese version of Terry was still using English, quote unquote. Like, oh, that's good.
Well, it's just,
another.
All he needs to do is like jump up, say "Let's go." Then we got the real Terry. Just kidding.
But exactly. I did.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Definitely did like the PlayStation 4 version when it wasn't Terry, because it was just, it just felt really smooth.
Yeah. I want to say that the netcode was smooth. Playing around people was a good thing. These are things I liked. So, like overall, the games I like the aesthetic. I like how it felt. I like the music. I like the rollback netcode. I like the voice acting. Overall, the packaging is good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, so, I think is any more you want to add to you like about it? I think that's what we can sum up with that, right?
I mean, definitely did like the tutorial system, despite it not being as. I know, like some people would complain, like, "Oh, it's not as robust as what Street Fighter did," but you're at the same time, it's one of those things where it's meant to get you started, right? Like every SNK game beforehand and before all this, they always showed you all the stuff you could do with the actual system. They didn't say,
Yeah,
"Okay, we're gonna teach you neutral. We're gonna teach you what to do on a punish." No, they said, "Okay, this is punch. This is kick. This is
this is
this is
block,
switching
block.
lanes." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
The issue I'll get into that. I'll cut not to control. I'll get into the issue is that is like I'll get to what I dislike, but it's and this is a huge because you mentioned earlier what I dislike it's the hand holding, but I'll get into that later. But it's like
yeah,
you guys forget that SNK still maintained that arcade roots. Like if you ever played an SNK, hell, oh my, like I think I didn't I. God, let's say politely. Remember, you know Metal Slug? You ever played any
yep,
Metal Slug arcade version? They would just the
many
beginning of
times.
the game is like this is jump, this is shoot, this is grenade, this is vehicle. That's it. Go play.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. And
that's
they've
the whole
always.
point. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Like if you
Yeah,
like the issue I have with that is like that's it. Like if you the only thing I would say was really hard tutorial was learning some of the just defend newer mechanics, like just defend one frame counter or other things.
yeah,
Some of those defensive mechanics are a bit harder and very tight. Maybe they can loosen the window. I think I want to say it's like it feels less than 5 frames. I'm sorry,
yeah,
less than 3 frames. Maybe it
mhm,
can bump up to 5, but it's really depending how fast the game is. Like when
yeah.
you're trying to learn how to do the oh god, not the I think the Rev Guard or not the Rev Guard.
Is it
it's
the
the
it's the
just def- yeah
the advanced push?
the
Or
yeah it's the just defend tutorial that says you could do just defend and dash cancel right after it.
yeah, I think
That was like I know that was a mechanic, and I'm like, holy snap, that's too tight.
yeah,
That's way too tight for any like you have to like that's a particular thing. And by the way,
yeah.
I think that mechanic might define some characters.
Mm,
One of them I think is Gato, and I think it will define Gato,
yeah.
Kevin, and T-Zok. Because if they just defend and dash cancel SPD, all I gotta say is, you lost the game. That's on you. That's
Oh yeah.
between you and God. Can you imagine? T-Zok chest bumps you, dash
Oh
cancel, just defend, SPD. It's like, wow, you just died.
yeah.
It's bad for you, bro.
Oh yeah, totally, man. I mean, I feel like Vox would have taken advantage of that as well. With some of his,
Well,
but yeah,
yeah, Vox.
so bad.
Well, like Vox is very similar to Grant in some ways, where
Mhm.
he needs a counter hit to do every combo he does.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's to play a very lame neutral game, which is very similar to Grant. The
Mhm.
only issue is that Grant, the boss character in Mark of the Wolves, was busted
Yeah.
because when you played against him the first time without knowing anything, how are you doing combos against me? And then you go to training mode, like, oh, I was just playing like, yeah, you were playing like an idiot. You deserve that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you did feel like there was a lot more counters with him. Like,
You have to be able to fish and play neutral with Vox to get the things out of it for him. But yeah, those are like the things we liked about the game is really good.
yeah.
The
And that.
things we disliked, yeah.
Oh, one more
The
thing I
thing,
did like was
what did you like?
definitely
Like, yeah.
Preacher. Actually,
Preacher's well designed. Oh god, did you see her get up animation?
yeah, exactly.
She actually fixes her glasses the middle finger. Like, okay, I respect that. She fixes the glasses with the middle finger, gets up. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
She has some salt in her. I respect that. She's related to Joe in some regard.
Oh, yeah, exactly, man. That's who taught her, and also magically gave her glasses. Apparently, like I just
Yeah. It's like, here, kid, you're gonna be one of the smart ones. You're gonna be the smartest kid in Thailand.
exactly, yeah, crocodile soup, man. Serious. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess I did also like the translation of a lot of Mai's kit from Cough, which was insane. Like at first, I was thinking, okay, you're gonna do the down kick. Well, that's gonna knock down. Oh nope, it doesn't knock down anymore. It it slides. You can do other shit with it. And it took me a while to really like get that in my brain too. But at the same time, I did appreciate it, and as well as Musubi no Mai not being as versatile as even what Street Fighter 6 brought out, where it's, oh, I can still hit you and do that again, but at the same time, it's like, no, I have to do the move. I have to make sure I'm jumping to do the move.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Street Fighter 6 port of the characters make me I'll be honest, kind of cringe a bit, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no.
Because it's like they did obvious this is not an insult. They did a good job with the characters. They got the moves down. I respect it.
Yeah,
But it's like they all right. This is gonna be old man here. They CVS2 some of the moves where there was a kneecap issue. That's all I gotta say for some of the characters, okay?
Really?
But they still relatively got the sauce, but they felt kneecap compared to like their original game format.
Okay.
That much I will be as polite as I can. If you know what I'm talking about.
Jeez. I don't know. I mean, but for Capcom, it must have been like a really hard decision to like pick which parts that they wanted from each character because it feels like they were trying to get like everything from every.
No, they wanted the flair, the sauce of it, but because of how the Street Fighter system works, there was no way to get away with half the stuff that SNK allowed them to do. There was like a small kneecapping in that scenario.
I think I get you.
Yeah, that's what I think about it. It's like for example, Terry's flare kick, which is turns like some of Terry's classic things are just chain combos, and there's nothing else outside of that. Same with Mai. So I think it's a bad thing, it is for design and balance reasons, but you sit there go like, wow, this is the best idea you had. Okay, I guess.
Jeez. Damn
I guess, sure.
You guess. Like, so you didn't like fire kick?
I'm like, that's not flare kick. That's all I gotta say. At least power dunk is power dunk. Rising tackle is rising tackle. At least they made him look cool. But there are certain things that I expect Terry to have, but they just turn into chain combos. It's fine. It's like they have the sauce, but the thing is because SNK systems are different, and so the Street Fighter systems, there's some things you just can't go rampant with unless you're Bandai Namco and make a Kuma. That's all I could say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, I did have an issue with some of that, like with some of the execution. Like for instance, seeing power dunk having to be turned into an actual like target combo.
Yeah, it's like I guess it's there. I'm like, hooray!
Yeah. Exactly. Ooh, look at you. You've been able to get all 1,000 moves. Good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm sitting there like, that's sauce. But yeah, but jokingly, that's the Street Fighter 6 port. It's nothing against it. It is what it is. But things I disliked about the game is outside community aspects of it. Things I disliked about the game is, unironically, like I said, the guard cancel dash mechanic earlier, I did not like that. That's too hard to do. They should really turn that down because I know how implemental that's going to be. Things I disliked was it was very hard to get consistent anti-airs in fights, especially if you were playing a character who had anti-airs. So that much I definitely made. Yeah, it was very hard to get anti-airs out of people. That much did not feel good.
I think I get you. Like, I felt like I did see some of that. Like, I knew like I remember having one fight with Hikaru against Mai, and I'm doing a Henarashi, but I'm like, okay, I know I've got the timing right. Like, and I was trying to at least get her probably on the mid, and I think I missed, or I just didn't get it out on time or something like that. Like, and I did get the counter hit on me, and I'm like, the fuck? I thought I was good, like I thought.
Exactly, yeah. It's like
looking at the window in the hitbox.
Yeah, exactly. Like anti-airs feel a little weaker in City of Wolves. Like a standard SNK anti-air is just jab. Jab is a check. For hyper hopping or hop dashing, it just didn't feel consistent. That was a complaint I had. A complaint I had was I want to say some characters' power level, which is insane. Kine is, I feel, an S tier character. I didn't like that Kine. So original Kine in Mark of the Wolves is a charge character. Why the hell did you make him a command input character? What is wrong with you? Except for Flash Kick. Why did you do that? That was a terrible idea. All of you should be fired.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. The simplification of fighting games. It's like
no. It's not the simplification of fighting games. It is the reason why like Bison is problematic in 6.
Yep.
The same thing with JP. They're problematic in 6 because of their design is more inherently powerful to overwrite elements of the game. Like for example, the fact that Bison is an input character now. There is less leniency or it's more easier to hit those consistent combos rather than being a charge character like he was in like 4. Though 4, once they made Scissor Kick like -/0, it was over for him. It was Jover, and we all accepted that.
Man, no, you're right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not the simplification, it's the fact it's like, that is an insane thing to do. Because you have a character like who has good extreme control, great buttons. Oh, by the way, I just input. My fireball's an input now. My Crimson Ash dot is an input move now. Let's just go. All of you are dead. Experience my pain.
Oh, yeah, and also, like all returning bosses, he has to get a detonator. He's got to get a detonator.
The detonator itself. So it's like, I'm like, whose Vance is this? I would fire everyone in the team. Whose Vance is this?
Yeah, exactly. Like
that's how I feel. Like Kyne being from a charge character, I was like, what the hell would they think? No. He should have just been a charge character. It's fine.
Yep.
Make it difficult. It's fine.
Exactly.
Just like, I mean that politely. It's okay. It is okay for him to suck. It's fine. It's fine. Not to suck. He didn't suck, but that's about it. I felt like that was a complaint. That's one of the complaints I have. Just character design and anti were hard. Another complaint I had is a community aspect, but that's not a real complaint. That's just, we could talk more about that in a second. But
what's up?
I think I generally didn't like, and this is my honest opinion, how I feel like maybe the rev system scaled too hard. If you got a wild punish with Terry Bogard, and this was a combo I was able to do. Wild punish, crouching fierce punch. Yeah. Then I would do power tab. Then rev cancel into EX power. Oh, sorry, I had TOP. So I did TOP, ground power dunk EX. Then Buster Wolf, and then etc. It's like that felt like took 40%. I'm like, huh? I thought you did more. Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird, like, shouldn't this do more damage? I don't know. Maybe because I'm assuming that wild counter, just like, oh, by the way, you're gonna take like 90% more damage now, like every SNK does. You know, like you got touch of death. Goodbye.
Jeez.
Like I expect you to die. I don't know. Maybe I did the combo wrong. Let me know in the chat if you had any TODs in the comments. Like, hey, there's a TOD you missed. It's not how you do it. You know, that's probably it. But those are my honest complaints. So maybe the damage scaling isn't scaled correctly. It feels that way. Kyne should have stayed a charge character. I don't know why the hell they thought that was crazy. And anti-airing is just difficult. Those are my top 3 complaints. You got any complaints on your end?
Complaints, definitely some technicals. Like, for instance, I did notice in some matches, like between rounds, I don't know if it was loading or something else. Like there would be a blank screen, and I'd be sitting there like,
the match is coming through yet. Oh god, I don't know if I should blame that on rollback, but I don't want to be that guy. Like it was rollback's fault.
Rollback. I guess like it felt strange. Like I checked the pings, and I'm like, okay, the pings are fine. There's no real slowdowns. I'm not seeing anything, but yeah, the transitions. Like I noticed that a couple times on me, or even more than that. And I'd sit there and I was wondering if there was just some, I don't know if it was probably just the translation's fault. I know I didn't see too much of that on my PS5 playing. That's how the PS4 version, but I wasn't sure if that was just because with the PS5 I was a little bit more later on in the beta itself. So maybe they corrected that, or maybe it was just something that was just with the PS4. So that was
that's interesting because like I played personally. I mostly played on PC, and if I went outside, they had a PS4 hookup. If I went to a local, but I didn't see any issues with the PS4 local hookup. I've only, like I said, I mostly played it on PC, so I didn't really see much. So yeah, I'm like, okay, there's like a maybe a joking rollback issue where they're like, oh yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, could probably just be it. No, that was something I had a gripe with. What else did I hate so much? I mean, practice mode, but at the same time, I mean, someone literally cracked that in like less than 2 days. So I was just sitting there like,
yeah.
I could feel like it was legit, but I mean, I really wanted to see what the normals could do, like in a pressure situation.
Oh yeah. But the reason why it's a beta, it's for to have data, people how to play and how it figures out. I think the issue with the community, like wanting to figure the game out before it's out, is bad. Sorry, it's just bad. It's bad. All of you should learn to play video games. Video games are meant to be fun. It's bad. This game having like day 365 negative advantage in a video game is not going to mean much if they decide to change everything on you, and that's what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, and after a point, I mean, what comes out in April? You've got Evo in like literally 4 months after the fact, and a whole bunch of other tournaments that SNK would probably want to try to hit up with this. So, yeah, I mean, figuring it out that quickly, yeah, I guess that could be problematic.
That is problematic as well as like shows like a sense of like entitlement. Like, do you not play fighting games for fun? Like, I have fun playing this knowing almost nothing. Yes, you could look it up. It's like, for example, I'm going to compare it to another game. Hey, Kevin, you know those Marvel Rival peoples, right? You love the Marvel Rivals, right?
Yeah, I love it.
I love that game. Did you go into like, I don't know, training mode before you picked Iron Man and started shooting people? No. So did you go?
I took Farah and I just said okay.
Right. Do you see that assessment? Why would you apply that to a fighting game?
Yeah.
That's how it used to be done back in the day. People would go spend quarters to learn a character and then maybe learn a fireball and then play like the old-fashioned way. Yeah. I just generally think it's bad because it's like you're trying to data mine a game and solve it before we had a chance to play or see anything enjoyable about it. Like, they're probably taking into consideration, you know, our like negative suggestions, other suggestions, like my thing about anti-air. Please turn Kai into a charge character. I really think he's gonna be broken if he's not a charge character. Because remember, this is my opinion. Ash Crimson, if Ash Crimson had inputs, you get Kai. That's what you want. Ash Crimson. You want Ash Crimson with an easy access fireball? Out of here.
Yeah, no, you got a point. I mean, that was definitely the one thing I hated about Ash, next to him being an evil prick that SNK thought it would be a good idea to make him a
main character. yeah, that was one of the worst decisions ever. It's like, oh yeah, he's actually a good guy. Like, look, oh yeah, he stole Iori's and Kyo's power and almost killed Shingo and Shenmue. Like, he's a good guy. That guy, man.
Oh yeah, totally.
And and he's French. Double enemy right there. And he's French. Double enemy.
All right, yeah. As a Canadian, I can agree with that.
Yeah, as a Creole person, you know how I feel about that. It's like, yeah, and he's French too. Yeah. Like, oh boy, like, oh, it's the French, and it's the quoi, you know? Jeez.
Yeah.
But seriously though, it's like that's the like they probably take consideration he's did to play that. I think we'll get into the community like why do you want to crack this game? I mean, you can do it, you want to. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's like cracking the game so hard to beat it like this makes it unfun because all you're doing is solving the game real fast. Would you do this for Marvel Rival? Would you crack the game to figure out like how much DPS can, and I jokingly feel Bucky can do before he has to reload? Yeah. Like the sample is like, yeah, you just played Farah, you played Iron Man, you played the game. Did you just sat there and go on YouTube like Iron Man guide how to play Iron Man? And there's some people who do that. I'm not joking, but it's like you could just play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
You could just play the game.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I feel like that's what they try to do.
I mean, like, you're right there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it does feel like that's probably what SNK was trying to aim for, but like, especially with the community itself, where you know, like, we're in the age of the internet. Like, we can, if there's anything we want to do, we can get that fast enough. We can get information quicker.
We could.
So,
and that's your jam. You know, I would consider you a bad person, but you know, I hope they change all the games on you so you never play again. But you know, that's how I feel. But you know, because it's like to me, it's unfun in a way where a game is automatically solved and it's nothing to do anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do. It's like, all right, the game is solved. What am I playing for? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that as well, which is crazy because, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, especially now, like people are still finding out Marvel combos, like Marvel,
like Marvel tech
combos today, like brand new stuff. It's like
there's Dirt Strike tech. There's people finding tech for like 98 for like how to use the advanced groove. I'm sorry, the S groove stuff. There are things people still doing about that. The issue is that like. I truly feel like the desire to crack a game and figure out a fighting community ruins the aspect that could be fun and what ruins what people want out of fighting games. The competitive nature is always going to be there and exist, but it's like it's a perfect example of like when like people don't want to think about this. Remember when like they made the Marvel Capcom collection for like the Marvel collection or the Street Fighter collection, and it popped for like 3 days, but then all the people who knew the tech just came and stomped and no one played the game anymore?
Yeah.
Some people play those old fighting games. I kid you not for the competitive, because it was the old times. I used to like it when I used to play God of War Sonic Boom all day. That was my jam. Now I know what it's like to get my butt handed to me by a Dalsim player, and I'll do noogie throws.
Yeah.
I mean, I jokingly, if you get noogie looped by Dalsim, you have the right to actually find that person and hurt them. You heard it from me, okay?
Yo, shit.
Like you noogie looped me, bro. I have the right to harm you. Why did you noogie loop me? Me, Subaru. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They faked Kara.
They fake Kara. Yeah, they exactly like yeah. Or you get side swap bite. Not side swap bite. Side swap. What you call it? Side swap. I say bison. A boxer Balrog loops, and I'm like, that's like, come on. Right. But at the same time, it's like there are enough people who play these games for nostalgia reasons and not the sweaty reasons. Yeah. So when they play online to recount the conditions, they run to Justin Wong, and it's like, oh, he killed the game for them. Haha. It's like, well, that's what happens, man. Get good. But unironically, though, maybe there's a large casual audience that just may be unaware of or at least slightly aware of the competitive nature, but it's like, I'm not down for that. There's a reason why Street Fighter 6 is very popular as well, because there's enough content for the single-player people to play the story mode and goof off and try to date Jury, because, apparently the kids love the feet, right? Is that what they say? They love the feet.
They love the feet.
They love the feet.
Yeah.
But that's the point I'm getting at. Like there is a casual audience of fighting games in a way that play it because it is. Like jokingly, before I found there was a fatal SNK competitive scene, I legit played the King of Fighter games for the lore. I think I talked to you on Discord. Like we were having chats about like, how did you like, bro? I played this game for the lore before I knew there was a scene for this in my teenage years. It's like the lore.
You mean Fatal Fury, because
SNK,
KOF's lore is okay. We saved the world, reset.
Yeah,
every 3 games, reset. Dream match,
reset. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
New saga. Oh, okay.
New saga. Yeah. KOF. Yeah.
New hero shows up, but wait, no. He sucks. Kyo's here. We don't need it.
Yeah, Kyo's here. Well, the thing is that like I still think K-Dash was probably the most successful protagonist. I think he's one of the most successful ones.
Yeah.
I think K-Dash was pretty successful. I know I'm gonna you can hurt me for that later, but I feel he was successful. I think compared to the others, it's like I think K-Dash was probably the more successful of the new heroes. Ash is like, man, I can't meet a person who actually likes Ash. Unironically, I don't think that's real. I think that's a government CIA plant,
Totally. I mean, the way K-Dash was just totally different from Kyo. Like, I mean, sure, like attitude-wise, all that stuff. Okay, it's literally Mario to Sonic, but at the same time, with his kit, like he had a couple of really good things there. Like he even had
the Ian Trigger is a cool idea and concept. That like he does a fireball that links to a low kick, a teleport, an uppercut. It's cool. Enough K-Dash or K Prime. Some people. One time someone actually corrected me, say it's called K Prime. Like I thought it was K apostrophe, and someone says K-Dash. I'm like, and I'll just say K-Dash. But someone told me it was K Prime at one point in my life. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't know what it was either. I just sat there and I'm like, K.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop, like
K full stop. Oh god, but yeah, the things that like the community trying to crack the game. Like I know we've gone to tangent, but the community crack the game hurts the game itself because that you want. I mean, at best, at an even level, for people to play the games. Like, I think. Yeah, again, I'm curious more of a rivals. It's an easy comparison. There are former Overwatch and pro players playing Marvel Rivals, and because they have experience with team shooters, they clearly gonna be better. But at least it's an even playing ground. Like, a very serious note: if I played City of Wolves right now, and I played against Johnny Donuts, who just wants to be Jenny because he loves Beautiful Victory and she has assets. They love the assets of a pirate crew. Yeah. And I mollywop this guy. That's fine. Because even without the extra data, I would have mollywopped him anyway. The same thing with the Marvel Rivals thing. But the fact that you're trying to crack it so far ahead of the curve, if you run into Johnny Donuts, you just made him stop playing the game. Yeah. What the thing about fighting games is, like, fighting games has a very hard problem of maintaining retention. Retention in normie and getting to play. I think Yeah, I think that games like Street Fighter 6 did a good job. I think Grand Blue Fantasy does a great job retention. Strive would do a better job. They got better lobby system. I'm sorry. Fix that lobby system. That lobby's garbage.
Yeah, I agree. But I concur there.
Yeah, so it's like I think that like if you solve this game and crack it out, also too, the top end players will not play the game either because it's already been solved. You know why? Like, oh, I know that I could just do wild punish, rock Howard, crouching, light kick combo into raging storm and you die.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, that's not fun.
But
that should happen. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. I guess in a sense, they only allowed 8 characters, right? Like, I mean, this is what, a 17 character deep game. Sure, some of the characters that we've seen so far literally have been in the series for a bit. Like the new characters, not too many in this part. And pretty much those characters are pretty much like offshoots of characters from the original FF. I mean, I guess practice would kind of hurt it in a sense, but I mean, at this point where they only give you at least not even half the characters, would that still be an issue though?
Yeah, I think it'll still be an issue to a certain degree because some people crack it. Like let's just say, and in most scenarios, most beta tests of the games is semi-finalized.
Right.
So there's not much changes. You could change. You kind charge character came out there. Change the charge character. I mean,
they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
Bro, I don't look. The
game will go gold in 2 more weeks.
Look. I'm being super honest with you, man. If we start seeing Kind taking majors, and I'm gonna call it like, Kevin, remember when I said in that podcast like a couple months ago that this is gonna be a problem? I want my money. I want money today. Like, pay up right now, or I will find you.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
yeah, I will find. Like, I'm gonna leave Nisi. I will find you, and I will blank you. Good luck.
Sure.
Like, but jokingly, but in a serious note, it's like the game is almost near its final processes. Yeah. So if you cracked it now, it would be ruinous for the other aspect of it.
True.
That's why I feel like I know there's a second beta test coming around.
Yep.
And maybe to let you play the other half of the cast, please let me play with Kevin and Gato, please. Kevin and Gato. That my mains.
Yeah, I would love to see Gato. I need him. I still want Marco though. I need Marco back. I need
Kakure Viper. Yeah. I want him. I want him to have his. Okay, so Marco had 3 supers in Marco the Wolves. He had Shogoken, Uppercut, and Yuki Rambo, but his Yuki Rambo wasn't a hit into a super, it just went through automatically. Mm-hmm. I love how and it does more damage if you mash, so I want that to be there. He has to do punch 3 times, and you have to keep mashing to get more hits. I want that, please. That's an old man aesthetic, but I like that. Also, I like how he yells Nijita at the end, like Nijita! That's it, yeah. Top of his lungs, yeah.
Definitely love this kid, and despite him being cute, and despite him having the almost similar.
He's a kill cats.
Yeah, exactly. With his thing kick, I did like seeing what he could do with the ref system. So, yeah, I mean,
personally, I don't know. So but this is my honest opinion. I think they might change how his charge attack motion works. Charge, he had a charge you hold on a button, not charge like Sonic Boom. Yeah. So again, Mark of the Wolves, he had a charge attack holding down the P button and the K button. Depending on how long you hold it down, it'll do more damage, or on counter hit, do a launch, kick, or punch. They might change that because could you imagine holding out 2 punches for a whole match, get a rev version that attack and cancel someone else? That'd be a little insane. Plus breaking.
Yep.
Yeah, they might have to change that. These are the moves I expect Marco to have. DP, break. Okay. Tatsu and anti-air Tatsu, that he had that in Marco Wolves. Fireballs, both fireballs. Fireball at close range will launch you, like in Marco the Wolves. And that's it. That's all. And the dash counter. Dash low counter, dash high counter.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He would dash at you, do a counter if you hit him. So I don't know if you played Marco the Wolves, but those are his movesets. I expect to have it.
Yeah,
but
it's been a while since I actually used them. So yeah. I remember everything else. Like I remember his Tatsu was definitely an anti-air.
It's had to be taught to the anti light, isn't? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which was really cool. I used to love that. But
yeah, his TOP should be Dombreskin, as always, or SPG in this game. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah.
But they might have to change the charge attacks. But when you hold down the punch or kick, the charge, the store, I guess called store, they might have to change that because that could be a little broken with the new system they have. So they might have to change that. Maybe make it maybe make it backwards DP motion. But that's an idea. But Marco should be fine. I'm surprised Freeman didn't get announced in the game. Freeman I'm surprised.
I know. I was wondering too. I'm sitting there like, no, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Yeah.
It's just like every single time. It's like, nope, it's not him.
No, I don't think they did announce Kim's other son, Jae-hoon. We got Dong, but I didn't know Jae.
Jae-hoon, no, they didn't.
Yeah, it's super odd. And like, yeah.
I mean, there was that super leak, but I'm trying my best not to remember it.
Because it's
my best not to look at it.
Yeah. I know nothing about no leaks. I'm keeping myself pure, man. I don't know nothing about no leaks.
I saw some stuff I really liked on there, but then I was just like, okay, you know what? I can't. Like,
well, if that leak is from a certain hubular website, I would probably ignore it because there's fake news. Fake news.
Exactly, fake news. But yeah, I mean, Jae-hoon didn't get announced. Freeman didn't get announced. Hokuman Taro didn't get announced.
No, he didn't get announced. We got mine. It's odd. Yeah. He announced.
And then after, on Andy as well too, as a season 1 DLC. But yeah, Hokuman Taro not showing up is kind of strange, But
yeah.
So that's gonna be something.
Yeah, that's gonna be something. But yeah, man, I hope that the things I want improved in the game is make the netcode better, improve anti-air. Again, kind of charge character, please improve that. Because look, I'm telling you guys, a set play character that has input motions can probably destroy the game. This is a character called JP and Bison that kind of does that in Street Fighter 6. And I'm just saying, charge characters adds the complex difficulty needed, so less people will play him, and only the good ones know what they're doing. I'm just saying, you gotta add that buffer.
But he's nerfed now. he's not the
JP's nerfed now. Yeah, he still has all the he's nerfed. I'm closing as my eyes roll. He's nerfed. Yes, of course, he's nerfed. Yeah.
He's trying to find his sister, man.
JP. You know what's it? Rashid got nerfed, and people still died feeling like idiots. So just saying,
Oh, Rashid.
Yeah, it's a different thing. So, but like a serious note, like these are improvements I kind of want. Like maybe make anti-airs a bit better. Maybe you can add like maybe the damage scaling could be a little more clear cut because I was unable to understand. If someone understands the damage scaling better, could put it in the comments. Let me know because I was trying to figure it out when I was playing online, just to figure out like what's like the breaking point where you could stop hitting buttons, And fix anti-air, please be your charge character, and that's generally it. Always improve netcode, lobby systems, always improve that. That's it. It should be a constant improvement in every multiplayer game. Your lobby system makes your game. I stand by that.
I agree. But I guess because of that whole practice thing, they were going to expose that, I guess, because for instance, the whole like when you're waiting for a fight, and it's and you're just there. Like I remember one time waiting like 30 seconds or even more than that for an actual match, and like almost similar to what Justin Wong was echoing, and I'm just like, I mean, I wish they did include some sort of way to just, I don't know, like maybe speed up the process by including the practice mode, but at the same time, that would have just been like, okay, that's like, I mean, Virtual Fighter 5 Final Showdown, as well as Revo, as well as Ultimate Showdown. They did a really good job with that, where you can pretty much have the practice stuff there. You can do whatever you want. So, but I guess that's going to be in the full game more times.
Yeah, it's as like a full seat. Yeah. So any improvements you think? Yeah, any improvements you got besides adding practice mode to the wait time?
Any other improvements? Definitely, I did feel as if recovery was it something that they covered, or was something that wasn't very I don't know. Like it did feel a little bit. It felt like it was on a random. Like okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a safe fall, but not safe fall. I'm gonna do like a recover fall. Oh wait.
Oh, that yeah.
Right? But I'm doing it backwards, and I'm just like, no, wait a second. I'm it this way.
Yeah. They can make that input easier. No, make that input easier or extend the frame window. Because I know what you're talking about. Because let's say you get like throat, like not sweat, but you got hit in a combo and it's on a hard knockdown, and it's like wait, I wanted to go like
yeah, exactly. That I don't know. I guess it just felt a lot more trickier. Like I felt like then that was in Mark of the Wolves, if I can recall.
Tech falling? I don't recall it being in Mark of the Wolves. That's the mechanic I have to double check, but I don't recall. I can't recall off the top of my head.
Yeah, no worries. I'll probably jump back into it, but
you gotta just boot it up, and hit your buttons.
Exactly. Yeah, probably hope for Freeman or something like that every time I put it up.
So that's your improvement. You want Freeman, training mode in while you wait and improve free fall. All right, cool. All right, cool.
I mean,
those are some.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could get Andy now. That would be pretty cool, but
you know what? If you maybe if you pre. Yeah, I was gonna say if you pre-order the game, maybe they should give you a free character. I don't know. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you digitally, you get Terry's original outfit, but it's really.
Look. I'll be honest with you. I've been spoiled by Gato Terry for so long. I actually enjoy Gato Terry's drip more than classic Terry's drip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I mean, yeah, it's definitely good. I mean, he gets the jacket. He can throw it if he wants. He doesn't throw it here, though. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or does he throw?
Yeah. So
I can't.
Does he? No, he does. No. In market, he throws this as okay. He also takes off the jacket like real fast. Okay. He does that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But overall though, for improvements we want in City of Wolves, the improvements are like the guard cancel dash window. Make that please bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a personal thing. Make the scaling more consistent, or it feels weird about that. Improve anti-airing. Like I don't want Marco City of Wolves to be so defensive, too defensive with the mechanic. So just improve anti-airing a bit. Like that's about it.
Yeah.
And those are the improvements. And my final improvement is, I mean this seriously. Colin should be a charge character. That's those improvements. Kevin's improvements. Training mode while you wait. Free fall should be better, and he wants Freeman in the game.
I don't know. Maybe I should probably take back Freeman. Like,
well, you know what? He's a record character. People love record characters.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? That would be good for the meta itself. Like, I don't think anybody else is record in Marco Wolves.
I mean, technically, you can argue that Kevin has a Rekka with his Kurosoko forward kick, but that's like kick into a command grab. That's not really a Rekka, so But he has cancels, but not a Rekka.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but then again, I mean, yeah, that'd be perfect. Then I guess Freeman could come back. I mean, he would be that'd be a really good match against Billy Kane. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Personally, I personally like to see how they redesign how he looked like. He was like kind of like, all joke aside, he was Remy with red hair, essentially.
Yeah. Pretty much.
At the time, I remember
and
like
I don't know if and moon boots.
And normal boots, yeah. At the time, I don't know if you were around or you probably heard like on the forums, people saying like Remy has to be Iori, dude. He has like he's just crazy. He's a serial killer. Like, no, I don't think that's Iori, but they never explain who he is. He's just a psycho killer who lives in Southtown. That's all we know about him.
Freeman, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Like I think did he get Kim or was it somebody else?
Yes, he hurt Kim. Yeah. He hurt Kim and he hurt Kim and he killed Kevin's partner.
Yep.
That's why Kevin is a kid, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Who would cheer you on for like in random stages back. Okay. Marco the Wolves storytelling is really godlike. When you play Kevin in arcade mode, you'll see this little kid. I think Marco. It's a little kid, Marco. I think and he'll be in the background in half the stages of the game, right, cheering you on when you win or lose, right. But halfway through the game, he's no longer around. You know why? You're like, whatever. It's a background character. No, he gets kidnapped. So Kevin fights Grant and Kane. Then, with the help of Terry, he finds the kid again, and that's really, really cool storytelling. You see him in the background of certain stages, and then towards the end of the game, you don't see him anymore. That's again, art. Look, the detail of art for Mark of the Wolves is peak. If you've seen Gato's waterfall stage, that's peak art.
Oh, dude! I mean, Friedman's stage itself was really good. Like, especially when you had like the little light thing.
The street lamp.
Because
the street lamp. Yeah.
Yeah, like the train thing. I think.
Yeah, the train thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could see that just flickering back and forth.
What's funny is that, like, if he wins with his super, and I can't confirm this, but if you win with his super, the train lights are flicker to black, and it just Freeman wins. It just flickers black, like it turns a shadow. Sometimes I don't think it happens all the time, but that's a cool aesthetic. It's like, oh yeah, you're fighting a serial killer in the bottom of the trains of the city. Yeah, of course it's gonna happen.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, but those are our suggested improvements to the game. That's going to do it for this special Spectator Mode podcast about City of Wolves. We're looking forward to the game. I'm really excited about it. It's I hope this game does well so SNK can start making other fighting games that aren't just King of Fighters. I know Sam Show did pretty well. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping we can get Last Blade and World Heroes. I'm also hoping. I'm also hoping they make remasters like nothing against Capcom and some of the other third-party Brazilian fighters. Brazilian fight. Look, I call this South American fighters. Like Razor Dragons is a South American fighter. Yeah. Breaker's Revenge is a South American fighter, though it plays good. Look, I've seen more South Americans play that game than think, but that game is good. I recommend Breaker's Revenge. It's a hidden gem. Yep.
I agree. I mean, they are making Art of Fighting like another sequel to that. And
Art of Fighting. Yeah. So I'm hoping they. But I was gonna say it's like much like how Capcom is milking the collection money and as well as being a slight bit pricey for them, and that's a whole topic for another time. Yeah. I want SNK to get in that market. I want Battle Archives remastered, rollback netcode, and thrown in my way.
Me too, man.
You have
you just got to get away from limited run though. That's the thing.
This is my idea for a split. Okay, this is how we split it.
Okay.
You put Battle Archives 1. You'll have Fatal Fury 1, 2, Special, 3. That's 4 games. Easy.
Okay.
Rollback netcode. Update the graphics, whatever you want. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Now for Battle Archives 2. Battle Archive 2, depending on the sales of Battle Archive 1, you could probably do a slight upcharge. You get Real Bout 1, Real Bout 2, Real Bout Dominant Mind, Real Bout 1, Real Bout Special, Real Bout Dominant Mind, Real Bout 2, Wild Ambition.
Wow.
But you can't add Mark of the Wolves. Mark of the Wolves is already sold separately.
No, you can't.
No. So that's what I would take. I will gladly take that as an affect. That would be what I would do. I would charge the second one between $39.99 between $34.99 to $39.99. The first one would have to be at least $19.99 to $24.99 USD.
Yeah.
That's it. If it does well, they can upcharge the second one. But because the second one's having every Real Bout game and Wild Ambition. That's you have a good. That's a 3D. Come on, that's a lot of money. Yeah. You could upcharge a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I guess that works.
Yeah, that's my dream. That's my dream. Fatal Fury repackaging. You put the first 4 classic games right there, and then the Real Bout and the additions on the next one.
Yeah, you don't even want to touch Dominated Mind for that, huh?
I don't know where to put that. Like, if I feel like if I wanted to be spicy, you could remove. You could probably make that like a second pack where you put that with Wild Ambition and Garo. Maybe you put all 3 in one game.
Well, you know what you could do? You could probably make an SNK Battle Archives. Put that, put what's it called Wild Ambition, Sam Show 64.
Sam 64.
You also put the Curie 1 in there.
Why not Bareki 1? Why not?
Bareki 1, yeah. Bareki 1.
You know what? Kevin right here, that's a good idea. We make it, the next patch is called SNK Archives, where they just add some of the weirder ones. Add
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll versify you in Bereki 1. I have no idea how those combos work, but I'll do it.
Exactly. You get that, then you get then you add a bonus. You put Neo Geo Battle Coliseum right on there, just to slap it on.
You know what? You sap on this. No offense. I know there's people who love Battle Coliseum, but that game was slapped on. We all know that. That game was was made hella last minute. It was fun, but it was hella last minute.
Exactly. But you see, the thing is, though, it was a lot more balanced than the Capcom Fighting Evolution. You know, just...
that. By the way, that's how bar during quote unquote the Dark Ages. That's how bar the low was. That was a really low bar. It's like you were more balanced than Fighting Evolution. You deserve some recognition. Exactly. Respect on my name. You know what? Archives add SNK. What's it called? Neo Wave. Add Neo Wave. Why not?
No.
Add Neo Wave. Why not? Let the kids learn. Let the kids learn what we suffered through the 2000s.
That's disgusting. Ew, not
That's
disgusting.
Neo Wave. Not Neo Wave. Oh god.
Oh, I don't want Neo Wave.
Oh man.
Nobody wants Neo Wave.
Neo Wave. No one wants Neo Wave. Oh,
it's literally 2K2.
I know, but they can just sell it again. They changed the art assets, okay? It's different. We got like the fire's all blurby now. It's a blob. The fireballs are blobs. They love the blob ball. Ew. Kids yearn for the blob, you know? Kids yearn for the blob. Oh my god!
Just get a limited match, okay?
Oh my god! It is. Oh god! Oh god!
Get a limited match.
Oh god! Before we get into more conversations of why Neo Wave is the greatest fighting game of all time, this is Getselious and Kevin from the Outerhaven.net. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on our respective media. I'm Getselious on Twitter and Blue Sky. Kevin, shout out to your socials.
Oh yeah, I'm still working on it. The resurrection, so you can always just find me here.
Yeah, you always find
Outerhaven.
Okay, well you can find him here. He'll be here too. And you can check out his articles on the Outerhaven.net website, and that's going to do it. We hope to see you guys in the future, and have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, guys. GG's.
GG's.